Misty Vanderwill from the Duchenne Parent Helpline. Thank you for watching this video and welcome. I've been getting a lot of feedback from parents about Duchenne and their fears. And the biggest fear that I am seeing is parents are really worried about their boys and how maybe they're going to lose something they love to do. The basic fear is that their sons are going to be disappointed by losing their abilities as time goes on. And I really wanted to address this issue because it's very common to feel this way. I felt this way when my son was first diagnosed like 13 years ago. I just went over this, oh my God sort of thing. What am I going to do? How am I going to cope with my son's fears? And the first thing I want to tell you is your fears most likely are not going to be your son's fears. We have the experience. We run, jump. We do things that are physical, and for us, we can't even imagine what that would be like to lose that. Well, it's gradual with these Duchenne boys, and so they don't come from the same perspective. And so I have 6 tips to share with you that will help you kind of understand where it is that I'm coming from. So the number 1 tip is keep them active. Keep your boys active now while they're young, while they're little. Even if you haven't had this concept before about keeping them active, start now. It's never too late. Go slow. Build their energy. We were meant to move. We were meant to socialize. We're meant to just, get out there. So keep them active. Stay active as a family. Very, very important. The number 2 tip is feed them well. I'm not talking about deprivation. I'm not saying they can't have the chocolate chip cookie or a piece of pie. But what I am saying is if you're eating well, you feel well. And if you're feeding them full of a bunch of garbage all the time, their energy they fight with anyway. So feeding them well is very, very important. The 3rd tip is, it's pretty common sense, but I've seen a lot of parents not do this or kind of sector off their special needs child, and that is you must discipline them like the other children. They need to know that you love them, they need to have that structure, and they'll push you. So if they found a cure tomorrow, you don't want some spoiled brat. You want somebody full of love and life, not this negative spoiled brat. Number 4 is encourage the things that they can do now, the things that they love now, because if it's a physical activity, they will lose that ability over time. So your job is to really encourage them now, to live life to the fullest now, not under urgency, just to the fullest. And I can't even express to you how important this piece is. And I stumbled on these points. It took me 13 years to come to this because it hasn't always been peaches and cream for me either. And even now there are bad days. There's nothing that's going to protect you from that. We're human beings. We are meant to feel. And that brings me to tip number 6. When it comes to your boys and what they love to do, find ways to improvise. If they're having a hard time doing whatever it is that they love to do, running, jumping, playing, climbing mountains, hiking, building models, playing with Legos, as far as video games, we live in the world of unbelievable technology. The sky is the limit, and maybe they can't actually do the climbing. Maybe you I know here in Alaska we have Challenge Alaska. Every state has Special Olympics, something, just so if there's something they love to do and it's coming up to that point, just improvise. Like for instance, my son, he loves anything with wheels. He loves 4-wheelers. He rode a 4-wheeler I think till he was 10 years old. He could barely get on it by himself and hold on, and he drove it that long. And it was hard to watch, but he had a helmet and all that stuff, but I felt it's important that he got to do it as long as possible because he loved it so much. And so my husband saw the need, and my husband's very, very talented when it comes to metal fabrications, engines. He's a motorhead. And so he built a flat deck buggy. If you've been to my Facebook page, you've seen the video there, to keep that alive for Luke. No, he's not driving himself. But he gets to be out there. He's going through the mud. He's going up in the mountains. And he's doing it. If you watch that video, you see the smile on his face. I mean, he's having the time of his life. And because he's still out there and doing it. So I can't encourage you enough to, have that proactive, that positive outlook, because your fears aren't your son's, and how you handle it is how he's going to handle it. Because yes, he's going to have bad days, but he needs you to be strong, and he needs that focus, not hiding your feelings. He needs you to be strong. He needs to know you're human. He needs to know that you're there for him no matter what, that the whole family is. And I promise you, it's a much easier ride if you do it happy than do it under all this frustration, all this fear, because that is no way to live, right? Gosh, I hope you've gotten something from this video. I love all you parents out there. It's been mind-boggling to see you guys, just the support and the appreciation that you all are sharing with me is just really touching my heart. And again, thank you for watching this video. This is Misty Vanderwill from Duchenne Parent Helpline. Bye-bye.